Hey everybody, Austin Hope here, and it is National BBQ Month. So barbecue, most things just get one day, but apparently barbecue gets a whole month of recognition, which is pretty cool. So we thought we'd do something different today. We've got 3 wines that we're looking at here today. So these are all brand new wines. These are all 2019. We've got our new Mourvedre and from our estate vineyard here. Then we've got the Cab Franc, which is back, which everybody seemed to really like that wine quite a bit. I know I love that wine. And then our the newest 2019 Austin Hope Cabernet. So 3 excellent barbecue wines. Mourvedre has got this flavor. It's probably one of my favorite Mourvedres we've made in a long time. It's so rich but smooth and polished, and it's just a really cool wine. Cab Franc I love. I mean, Cab Franc's an interesting wine because it's I read an article actually this morning from a guy on the East Coast that tried our wines, and he was a critic, and he talked about how he really didn't enjoy Cab Francs from France because they're always green and vegetal, and luckily we have the weather here in Paso Robles where we can get things ripe, and the green vegetal things come from Cabernet Franc has it, Cabernet Sauvignon has it, if you don't get them ripe, and they're called pyrazines, and they're in the skins, and if you don't get the fruit quite ripe enough, mainly because of heat, you got to have enough heat, then you'll get the green edge. And sometimes Cabernet has that, but Cab Franc can have it really bad, where it's like vegetal, and it's just not very, very, very flattering. But growing it here in Paso, we've figured it out. It's a damn good wine. So we're doing something different. We've got a great company, if you don't know about it. It's called Hog Island Oyster Company. They've got several locations, but they're up in the Tamales Bay, which is up near Bodega Bay area in Northern California. These guys have been around quite a while, and they're sustainably farming oysters of their own right there in Tamales Bay. But then they also go direct to a lot of the other oyster farmers up and down the state and up and all of the West Coast really, and they go directly with the farmers, and they get the oysters from them, and they have to follow certain protocols. So everything you get from it, you're always going to know you're going to get a great product. So today what we did is they just shipped them to me, and we've got them on ice. I already shucked a few of them, and we're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna eat them raw, obviously, and then we're gonna barbecue some because it is barbecue month. So I'm gonna prepare a couple sauces that I think, and this one is they're all super simple, right? So this one is for barbecuing. Okay, so we've got butter. So this is basically a stick of butter. You melt it down, and I've already put a bunch of probably a full spoonful of minced garlic, and I put those in there. So then we're gonna put a half a lemon in. Can't go wrong with lemon. Lemon's always good. And then we're gonna chop up a little bit of cilantro and throw it in there. So cilantro, obviously, I don't know. Some people like it, some people don't, but I don't think you can go wrong, especially when you start putting butter and garlic together. It's just, I think they work well together. So we're also, not only, you guys have heard me in the past, I always talk about different purveyors of everything. And so we're very, very much, trying to deal with sustainable people and local as much as possible. So this is actually what's called Cayucas hot sauce. And they've got a place called Riddell's. They make some of the best fish tacos around. It's in the town of Cayucas, and they make this hot sauce, and it's outstanding. It's got great flavor. So I like to put that in there. So we've got butter, garlic, Cayucas hot sauce, and cilantro. And that's it. It's that simple, really. And so what we'll do here is we'll mix this up, and then we'll go out to the grill. We'll put some oysters on the grill, and then we'll just drizzle it on there. And I don't have my salt here, but as you guys know, I like salt, and I'm going to put salt in this too. So stay tuned for that. So then when we make them raw, another little thing that I really enjoy is using, it's a very, again, simple, right? I think you guys know me, if you've watched the stuff that I do, everything is very simple and very, easy to reproduce. So this is apple cider vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar so much, it's ridiculous. Not only is it good for you, but the flavors that come out and when cooking with it, right? A lot of people just drink it, and but I love cooking with it. It just adds a whole nother level. Like I put it on vegetables, like roasting vegetables and put a little squirt. And you can see I got it in a bottle because I'm always squirting it on different things. It just livens things up. You know, acidity is the key to really getting things to pop. And salt and you know, you've probably seen the different things. You know, salt, fat, acid. It's you know, very famous. Those are the three main components if you're going to cook. So we put that in there, and then we've got a jalapeno, and you just go in there, and you don't have to get, you know, crazy. I leave the seeds in it. Some people don't, but I don't find that it matters, and I don't get too worried about it. Right? I just kind of get them slapped up a little bit. So we're this is an amazing knife. You guys have seen me use these knives before. This is a Blood Root. These guys are amazing. They're actually out of Atlanta. Very sustainable company, all made from like auto parts, different metal saw blades. They repurpose, everything is made, all repurposed from the wood to all the material. Super cool. And then honey. We use local honey. This is from Templeton. This is just down the road. If you guys have been to Paso, you know that it goes San Luis, then it goes Santa Margarita if you're going north towards Paso. It's San Luis Obispo, then it goes to Santa Margarita, and then we hit Atascadero, and then you hit Templeton, and then you're in God's country in Paso Robles. So we've got that going, right? And then we just mix this stuff up a little bit, get the honey incorporated in it, and this will be a raw sauce. So we'll use this to, I mean, you could, theoretically, you could put this on barbecue as well if you like, but I like to have a little bit of fat in whatever kind of condiment you use when you barbecue, because it goes really well with these oysters. So these oysters, by the way, these are they're called Hama Hama is what we have today, and these are actually from Hama Hama River in Hood Canal, Washington. And it's a really cool little place because it's, you know, just like most oysters, there's a river on this one, the Hama Hama River, flushes into the ocean, into that estuary bay right there, and then it goes in and out. So it gets fresh water twice a day, and fresh water, really clean fresh water is the key to great oysters. So they're nice size. I don't like huge oysters. They're just, I don't know what about it, something about it. But so these are good size oysters. What's interesting about these oysters is in the springtime, they'll be sweeter. And if you get them in the fall or the winter, they'll be more briny. So these are really clean, crisp, sweet, kind of like a melon rind. They're quite nice. And then lastly, this is for raw too. This is LPC, which stands for Le Petit Canaille. And this is a chef that's recently come back home. He was raised in Paso Robles, and then moved around and moved to Las Vegas and worked for Guy Boy, and is classically trained, amazing. He's the son of Stefan Aseo, which owns L'Aventure. So he came home, opened up a restaurant, Le Petit Canaille. You got to check it out. This is the sauce that he makes. He won't tell you exactly what's in it, but I know there's garlic, onions, I think some paprika or something that'll make it red. But it's got a spice, but it's smooth. It's just kick-ass. Really, you got to try it. So I think that's it, and I think we're ready to go. Go do some barbecuing. All right, we're back. We're gonna cook these little babies now. So you just bring out your oysters you got, and then we just shucked, and then we just put them on the grill. Okay, they don't take very long, so don't leave. Would be my advice. Stay with them the whole time. Get these little babies on there, and then remember we've got our my butter and the cilantro and thyme, and then I just, if you have rosemary in your garden, you just go out and cut a bunch of it and then put a little rubber band around it, and then you can use this to put in there. Put your sauce inside. Just adds another level of flavor. If you don't have rosemary, it's not a big deal. It's really windy today though, so it's hard, especially when the smoke gets in your face. Okay, we got those babies on there. The other over there. I just close it for just a little bit, not very long. Typically what you wait for is to see your sauce in there start bubbling. So You can already see how it's already starting. They're almost there. Smells good. We got to get a smell-o-vision. And then while you wait, you just sip on some wine. I'm still drinking the Mourvedre. So I'm not sure if everybody knows where the Mourvedre comes from. So it's a French varietal, predominantly grown in the southern part of France. So there's an actual region called Bandol that is where it's grown quite a bit. Pretty much exclusively, that's all they grow. And then in the Châteauneuf-du-Pape region, down in southern France, very famous region, they've actually got, I think it's like 13 different varieties that are grown or recognized that can be grown and put into Châteauneuf-du-Pape, and Mourvedre is one of them as well. Okay, I see some bubbling. Yep, getting real close. A little bit longer. Voila, that's it. And then remember, they're hot, so you can get a little little fork like this, and so good. I love oysters raw, but if you cook them with a nice little sauce and you don't cook them too much, they're outstanding. So I could just keep eating these guys, and so anyways, bon appetit. Hopefully you guys learned something new and different, and we'll see you soon. Come visit us at the Tasting Cellar. We're open, ready, make some reservations, and come see us in beautiful Paso Robles, and thanks for all your support.